because it's my pleasant duty to welcome the Mayor of Eastbourne, Councillor Janet Coles, and it's her second visit in 6 months.
Yeah.
You will not be required to do any bowling.
Why not?
In the summer, she very bravely had a go, and we've noted it down. It's in the report that she showed promise. Yes. Yes. And she's accompanied this morning by her consort, Jill Rutherford. Welcome. And we also
Lost you.
we also have Councillor Westbrook, is it? West. Councillor Annabelle West, who in fact lives just over there, and she is a local councillor, and she's doing her best to be helpful to us. So welcome to you. And we get to the business end of things, because we have with us Anthony Statham, who is something to do with, he's to do with something called Active Sussex. And I'm sure we're going to be enlightened as to what that is. And so, for the time being, I'm handing over to our Chairman, Frank, who will take matters forward.
Thank you, David. Madam Mayor, Jill, Consort and Annabelle, the local councillor, welcome to you all and welcome to all members. It's great to see such a really good turnout for what we think is a rather special morning. I'm just going to say a few words about what this morning is all about. Active Sussex is something that you may not have heard about before. In fact, I think it's fair to say that the club didn't know about Active Sussex until 2 of our members went to a meeting last year. And we were told a couple of things, that Active Sussex is part of the Sports England setup, and that were we to get this Clubmark accreditation, there's a very good chance that we would go towards the top of the list in any grant that we apply for, getting a grant from Sport England. And as you know, we have already put in an application to get £75,000 grant from Sport England. So now that we get accreditation for Clubmark, we have a higher degree of confidence than we would have done that we will be getting that grant. We won't know the answer to that until April, but we shall see. So the work has been done largely by 2 people, by Jean Ritchie, who's done all the paperwork, but as she said at our club annual dinner, she's actually been tapping up a lot of people for their knowledge so that she can put it all down on paper. And what does she put on paper? It's basically to make sure that A, we do things correctly, and that B, we take care of our members. That to me seems to be one of the main emphases of the Clubmark. But we'll hear more about that in a minute when Anthony from Active Sussex presents the award to us. So all I can say now is that that's what we're all about today. So I now hand over to Anthony from Active Sussex, who's going to make the presentation. Anthony Statham.
Okay, good morning. How is everyone? Have a nice morning. Okay. Thank you for having me here today. I'm really privileged to be here. It's fantastic to be invited along to this committee and sit here like this today. This is the first club we've actually worked through Clubmark with, so it's a real special moment for us as an organisation to actually have gone through this process with Gildredge Park. And it's been an absolute pleasure to go through that process working with Jean, Frank mainly, and Tony as the coach who's absolutely gone. Just make sure you look after him as a coach. He is absolutely brilliant. Before I talk a bit more about Clubmark and who we are, I just wanted to, one of my main roles is basically working as a coaching consultant. And within coaching, when you're working with obviously athletes and participants, one of the main things that you've talked about is being in the moment. So look at where you are, what you're doing, listen to what's going on, watch what's going on and observe. So for the moment, I just want you to realise how special it is being here today with these people. This is brilliant. You've got 75 people in January, out of season, having a coffee, having a chat, all together as one group. That's absolutely brilliant, and that is what Clubmark's about. It's about being part of the community. So Jean has done a brilliant job in putting this stuff together, okay? But it was all part of this as a club. And this is what it's all about, and it's about being part of a group and being part of a team and doing what you need to do. So that's what Clubmark is, okay? It's about developing as a club, so that's what you need to remember. I'm just going to refer to my notes. So the other thing that you need to know about is this is the first bowls club in Sussex to achieve Clubmark. So Clubmark is about being a high quality community club, it's about being inclusive, and this club does it today. This is an inclusive club, it's brilliant. This being the first bowls club in Sussex and only the second or third in the whole country to achieve it is real, it's absolutely massive. And it will mark a real sea change in how bowls will work going forward in Sussex. We're now able to work a whole host of different clubs, and this is the catalyst here. This is brilliant, this is what it's all about. And that's why it's so important, this needs to be achieved. So after you've had your coffees today, make sure tonight you have a pint or a glass of wine and enjoy it and celebrate it. If you don't celebrate these things, what is there to celebrate? This is special. The other thing to note is, on the 27th of November is the Sussex Sports Awards. So we organise that as a cross sport. It's a high profile event. If you go onto our website, which is activesussex.org, you'll see more. And at that, you're obviously invited, and we invite obviously a committee or whoever you like to come and collect another certificate on that night to come on stage. This year we had Mark Foster do the presentation. He's an Olympic athlete, he was a swimmer, and it's a fantastic achievement. It's something to come along to and be part of. This is Active Sussex. We are mainly funded by Sport England. We work across the whole council. We work with 46 different sports. And bowls has been a particular hotspot for us over the last year. And again, having achieved this with Gildredge Park is a massive achievement. So you really need to pat yourselves on the back. So with all that in mind, I'd like to present Frank with the Clubmark certificate. Wasn't showing it. So, well done, Frank.
Thank you very much. There we are. Excellent. Thank you very much indeed, Andrew. That's really good. We will have to think of a really special place to put that. There's a special logo as well, which will go on all our publications, which is brilliant. Can I just quote? We've actually already had some very good publicity. The press release is on the notice board. We were hoping it would be next week. But equally, we will hope we will get another one next week with an excellent photograph of the Mayor as well and a few other people. So David, no pressure, but that's your target to get another press release in next week. Can I just quote two paragraphs from the press release that will be going out? And it states that the club was recognised by County Sports Partnership Active Sussex as continuously providing high quality opportunities to potential bowlers for both outdoor lawn bowls and indoor short mat bowls. Secondly, it says Clubmark is the universally acknowledged accreditation scheme for community sports clubs. It shows that a club provides the right environment to ensure the welfare of new members and existing members and encourage everyone to enjoy sport and stay involved through their lives. I think those two paragraphs encapsulate what we as a club have been doing over the past few years. We are very good at encouraging new members to the sport. And Madam Mayor, one statistic which we love to quote, and we quote it every time we meet anybody from Eastbourne Borough, is that last year we recruited 20 new members to bowling, of whom 14 were brand new to bowling. When they arrived here, they'd never bowled before. They went under the auspices of Tony, our head coach, and they're now very, very keen and valuable members. And over the last 4 years, we have in fact recruited 84 members to this club, which is a staggering figure, and I hope we can continue that sort of move in the coming year. And that's against a background of many other clubs sadly reducing in their membership. We are doing very well, and it's important that we keep doing that. And as I always say, it's one thing to recruit a new member, the important thing is to retain the new member, to keep them active within the club. We think as a club we are the largest in East Sussex. We're not aware from the statistics of any club that is larger than ours. As a club we also host the Eastbourne Blind Association. They play here twice a week, on a Wednesday afternoon and a Saturday afternoon. And we also have several deaf members who also are unable to speak. So for their benefit, we've got our Vice Captain Henry there and putting notes on the whiteboard to help them understand what is going on. Normally when we have a meeting of this nature, we employ a translator for the deaf people to make sure that they can understand what is going on in our business. And our deaf people, they do very well. Last year, 3 of our deaf members were selected to play for England Deaf, and they played a match in Scotland. They didn't win, but they did us very proud indeed. And just mentioning achievements, is it true that Andrew is coming in the room over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, Andrew, our youngest member, Madam Chairman, Madam Mayor, is also the Sussex, not just East Sussex, but East and West Sussex bowls singles champion. So very well done, Andrew, for achieving that, and best of luck when you have your trial for England. We also attract during the year about 35 visiting clubs, and these are clubs that come from outside of Sussex to play here. Most of them are staying for up to 7 nights in the local hotels in Eastbourne. So that's quite a boost to the tourist trade in Eastbourne. And during the year, when we did our grant application, I had to work out how many people walked through the gate in a year. And I calculated, it's a fairly accurate calculation, that we have about 12,000 people walk through our gate to play bowls. And that excludes the spectators, that's just those who play bowls. So it's quite a big club, it's quite a vibrant club. As you can see, we really haven't got enough room. We've got about 70 people in the room at the moment. On our big matches we have 100 people, and you can imagine how cramped that is. So we're hoping to extend the pavilion sometime towards the end of next year. We are very proud indeed to have Clubmark. We will publicise that whenever we can, and Anthony, we will make sure that most of our visiting clubs are aware that we've got Clubmark, and that may well help you in terms of promoting Clubmark throughout the country. So thank you, Madam Mayor, for attending today, to bring your consort and to have Annabelle with us, our local councillor. It's good to see all three of you here, and let us hope that we do justice to the Clubmark and we go forward from strength to strength. Thank you very much indeed. Could I now ask the Madam Mayor to say a few words?
Sorry, I think I'm going to interrupt the station.
Okay.
Apologies.
That's absolutely fine. Well, good morning, everybody.
Morning.
It's wonderful to see so many people here, and this is obviously a sign of a really vibrant club. And it's also my honour to be asked here today, because you have received a big honour, and it's an honour to me to see you receive it, which is rather nice. The last time I came here was under a much more informal situation, as was alluded to, but I had a great time. But today it's a little bit more formal. Now, Frank here has already covered so many points which are making this a really great club. We have a reference to people who have disability, and I think that's a wonderful thing, that people who do have a disability can come here and get coaching, have somebody helping them with the knowledge of what's going on, and that's a wonderful thing. And that makes that all part of such a thriving, inclusive club. Everybody is included, and what more can you ask? That's something really nice. Frank also said about the Bowls Week, and that was exciting. There were so many people here having a great time, and they were spreading themselves all over the town. And there was a reference to, of course, the fact that people come here for a week. They have a wonderful time with their bowls. I assume they also have a wonderful time in their evenings. They come along, they spend their money here in Eastbourne, for which we're enormously grateful. But I think they go away. I think they get a good return. They go away having had a great time and something that they can look back upon and think about. And not the least are all of these wonderful trophies, of which I was very pleased and proud to be able to present one or two of them at the end of the evening time. So, a great boost to our town's tourist section. Finally, again, Frank's already mentioned this, but I would just like to say that this wonderful award which we have here, I wish the club very, very well with their grant application. Because, yes, I think you do need an extra pavilion or an extension, because you're getting people in, and I understand that at times you can have actually 100 people in here. So it will be really, really nice. So this wonderful award, and it's wonderful, the lovely things that you said about the club. Hopefully this will definitely go forward with their application to Sport England for the extension. So, no more ado, just say congratulations to everybody, absolutely everybody in the club. And I think that you should all deserve to applaud yourselves with some clapping.
That's the end of the proceedings, other than we would now like a photograph of the sort of the club officers and the Madam Mayor and the consort and Annabelle outside. We will try and make that very quick, and then we'll come back in and hopefully circulate amongst.
It's starting to rain.
Are you serious? Thank you very much.
One more. Not personally better for it, but we'll take a chance.